Hi, and you're welcome back to Miss Riley's Maths videos. And this Maths video is for my Form 3 higher level class. We are working through a revision booklet of algebra questions, and I'm going to go through the solutions for week 2. And I'm just going to show you the exercises in case you don't have the booklet, but we're using this video to revise. You could work through these questions yourself, and then you could look at the solutions. So if you want to, just stop the video, work through the questions, and then watch the solutions. Okay, so here we are. The first one is find the value of x. So this is solved with an equation. So an equation. So always with equations, x is on, with linear equations, x is on one side, numbers on the other. Let's make sure it's focused. Okay, so 4x plus 8 is equal to 72. I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. So what I have is 4x is equal to 64. And then I'm going to divide both sides to get 1x. If 4x's are 64, then 1x is 64 divided by 4, which is 16. So x equals 16. The next one, 3x minus 5 equals 28. So again, x is on one side, numbers on the other. Let's add 5 to both sides to get rid of that 5. 3x is equal to 33. Divide both sides by 3, so x is equal to 11. Question 3, x over 7 means x divided by 7 is equal to 21. So if x is divided by 7, if I want to get 1x, I'm going to have to multiply both sides by 7. So I have x is equal to 147. That's the answer. Very big answer. That's the answer. X equals 147. 2x plus 3 is equal to 4x minus 5. Again, x is on one side, numbers on the other. What I tend to do is I get the largest positive x. Okay, so I look for the largest positive x. In this case, it's 4x. I'm going to move my x's to this side and my numbers to that side. So the numbers are always on the side of one side, but the largest number of positive x's is where I'm trying to get my x's. So here's plus 4x. So let's get rid of those guys. So I'll have 2x and I'll have 3 equals 2x minus 5. And now let's get rid of that plus 5. So add 5 to both sides. So I'm left with 8 is equal to 2x. I want to know what 1x is. So divide both sides by 2. So 4 is equal to x. So those are the equations. You should be able to solve all those linear equations if you're in higher level maths. If you can't do them, you need to practice them. Okay? You can ask me for examples if you're in my class. Okay. This is substitution or evaluation. So substitution or evaluation. It's a bit like they're giving you a formula and they want to find out what happens to the formula if a equals 4 and b equals minus 3. So here's my formula. A is 4, so it's 4 squared, and b is minus 3. So it's plus 3 times minus 3. So it's 16. 3 times minus 3 is 9, well, minus 9. So 16 plus minus 9, 16 minus 9, which is 7. So if you sub a equals 4 and b equals minus 3 into that, you get 7. Here's another substitution. I'm just saying now remember that a is 4 and b is minus 3 because it's following on from the bottom of the page. So here we've got 4a is 4 by 4, minus 2 by b is minus 3, plus 3 by, now this 3ab is 3 times a times b. So 3 times 4 times minus 3. So 4 fours are 16, minus 2 by minus 3 is plus 6, and 3 by 4 is 12, and 12 by minus 3 is minus 36. So I've got 16 plus 6 is 22 minus 36, which equals to minus 14. See the way I'm working down the page rather than across the page. So down the page. This one looks nasty. 2a minus 4b divided by a squared. So 2a minus 4b divided by a squared. But don't forget, we're just substituting in. So there's no reason for it to be too difficult. 2 by 4 minus 4 by minus 3 divided by 4 squared. Because remember, this is my value of a and my value of b. I'm just subbing them in. So I've got 8 plus 12 over 16, which is 20 over 16. And I can reduce that to, if I divide both by 4, I'm going to have 5 over 4. Or 1 1/4, or 1.25. Okay? Factorize. So factorizing, remember, we've got our 4 types of factorizing. we've got our HCF, we've got our grouping, we have product and sum, HCF, grouping, trinomial, which is product and sum, and dots. So looking at this, there's no common factor all the way across, so it's not HCF. It looks like it's a grouping because there's 4 terms. If it's a grouping, then I need to rearrange it so that there's some things together. So AX and BX could go together, and 2A and 2B. Now you notice what I did there? I put the 2A first because A is first here, then B, A is first, then B. It won't make any difference, it just makes it a little bit easier in the long run. X by A plus B, X is in common, 2 is in common, so 2 by A plus B, X plus 2 by A plus B. That's my final answer. Those are the factors of AX plus 2B plus 2A plus BX. Now, this one looks like another grouping one, because it's got 4 terms. Nothing in common again, so I'm going to have to rearrange 2AP minus 2AQ plus BQ minus BP. So what's in common to the first 2 is 2A, P minus Q, and what's in common here is B. Now, notice here, I've put plus B, but actually I know my bracket has to be the same as this, so P minus Q. Now, what do I need to multiply by P to get minus BP? I need minus B. That would be minus BP, and minus B by minus Q would be plus BQ. So I had to be careful there with my sounds. So usually what I do is whatever I get from my first bracket, I write it down, and then I work out what goes outside. And then finally, this is not a highest common factor, it's not a grouping, it's a trinomial, or a product and sum. Okay, product and sum. So here we are, x squared plus 11x plus 24. So the product is 24, and the sum is 11. 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. So it's going to be 3 and 8. So it's going to be x plus 3 by x plus 8. And remember I said before, because this is a 1x squared, or if there's a prime number at the start like 2 or 3 or 5 or 7 or 11, I could go straight to brackets. If this number here is not a prime, then I have to work it a bit differently. Okay, x plus 3 by x plus 8, that's the factors. Okay, I hope that's useful. Thanks, bye-bye.